Hello, Dan. I wanted to take the time and go over your account again. Your balance, your account value is down a little bit, $30,809. As you can see from the video I made last time, your trade was $31,135. So you've lost a little bit of money, but not much. And this is normal. You get back and forth movements of the stocks. Um, you can see that the positions that you had at the time was CELG, Northwest Natural, which were the options for these ETF, these equity stocks, and then you had the trade on the ETF GLD for gold. Now you can see at that time gold was $344, but as of today, the 25th, gold has dropped significantly, about half. One thing that you can look at, I forgot to tell you, if you hover over any of these numbers in color, you can get the percentage movement. In this case, Northwest natural gas dropped 5.47, United Health dropped 24%, and gold is only 7%. So that's something I forgot to tell you. And your total accounts as far as the combined of your equities and the combined of any other ETFs. So that's something else. Another thing is that you can shrink the equities to where you don't see the individual stocks. You have NA for CELG because I told you I got out of the trade because tomorrow is going to announce earnings, and I think that it may take a loss, so I got you out for only a 20%, I think 21 or 20% profit on that. But if you hit that minus sign, you can collapse all those equities to just seeing the overall line entries. The same for the ETFs. You hit the minus, you collapse that. So you don't see the individual options. You only see the total values. And same thing is for your cash. You can collapse that too. But um, there's no individual line items for that. It's just the cash only and then the total. But you can also collapse that and again hit the plus to open them back up again. But one of the things I wanted to show you on the history, I briefed you on that on the first video. And what I showed you were the transaction screens. And this is what the trade that I got today. I closed out your CELG, and I got $3.15 per option, or $315 per contract. So $315 dollars per contract times 3 contract gave you a certain amount plus the commissions added up to that net. What you could also do is look up your realized gain or loss, and that will show you basically the stocks that have closed. And this screen here does not show any trades of today. You won't see that CELG trade until tomorrow show up here. But this is the SPY trade I got you out. And like I said, you can access that by going and clicking on the tab that says realized gains. And again, I got into the trade for a certain amount and then got out of it, and then this is what what you got, which was your net profit. Back on the transactions, you see everything on this screen, but you can also basically, if you copy and paste or move, highlight this and move it over, what you can do, it eliminates everything else. It only shows that trade only. So that's your CELG trade. I bought to open, and this was done in 2 transactions. They didn't do it in one. So You see two contracts plus one contract, and they all add up. And this was the trade today, getting out, and it exercised this trade as one transaction. So to get in, it split it into two transactions, but to get out, it actually did it all in one transaction. Sometimes you'll see that you'll get in for all positions and get out for all positions, and sometimes they'll split. You'll see you get in as a split and get out as a total, or reverse. You'll get in as a total and your exit will be a split trade. But that's what you see. You can just reduce your transactions just to that one particular option. So if I go back and show the transactions again, you'll see all the transactions that were made. If I wanted to just see that spider transaction again, I can, copy and paste or just drag it, and then it will take off all trades except for the one that you're interested in. And in this case, the buy to open, it bought both contracts in one transaction, but it exited in two transactions. It was just the reverse for the CELG. So I wanted to introduce you to the other tab, which is the realized gain, and I also wanted to show you how you can close up those positions and open them up by hitting the plus and minus. And again, instead of trying to figure out by a calculator what your percent gain and loss is, you can just hover over that total gain and loss. So this is total gain for the entire transaction. This is the movement just for the one day. As you can see, your gold ETF jumped up $462 just today. Um, it had taken a big loss before, and the net profit is 7%. So if you have any questions on maneuvering, navigating these fields, let me know, and hopefully I can answer your questions.